Have you ever found yourself doing everything you can to elevate, to grow, to become the best version of yourself, only to feel like the person who is supposed to be your biggest support, your partner, is actually the one holding you back? Maybe you've even started to wonder if your partner is more of an enemy to your progress than a help. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how love simply cannot thrive when the vibration is low. Welcome back, lifers, to another episode of Life Points with Ronda, the podcast that helps you navigate life's challenges with practical wisdom and actionable advice, where we discuss important topics that affect our everyday lives. Today, I'm speaking to the collective, and our topic for today is love has no bearing. If the vibration is low, negative energy leads to failure. Before we get started, a few words. Our podcast is a part of the World Podcast Network, now with over 1,000 podcasts. Visit the World Podcast Network at World Podcast Network to listen to podcasts in over 12 genres. Come vote our podcast episodes up and help us rise on the leaderboard. If you have a podcast of your own, you can join for free. Now, if you are like me, I know that your time is valuable. So, let's get started, okay? Today, we're going to address a very real, yet often overlooked topic: how low vibrations in relationships, whether it's from jealousy, envy, procrastination, or just plain negativity, can destroy the very love that should bring us joy and fulfillment. We'll be talking about how negative energy affects manifestation, success, and even our health. Relationships are supposed to be a partnership, a shared journey where both people grow. But what happens when the person by your side is actually dragging you down? Today, we're cutting straight to the truth about why love fails when vibrations are low. Low vibrations, the silent destroyer of relationships. Let's start by talking about what we mean by low vibrations. Low vibrations are a state of being where negative emotions dominate: jealousy, anger, fear, procrastination, resentment. These emotions create an atmosphere of tension and unease, draining the energy of not just one partner, but both. In a relationship, when one or both partners operate from a place of low vibration, it's like trying to run a race with weights on your feet. You may have the best intentions, but the energy in the relationship isn't conducive to success. When a person is vibrating on a low frequency, everything feels harder. Life feels like a struggle. And in relationships, this struggle manifests in subtle and not so subtle ways. Conversations become more negative, conflicts escalate more quickly, and the connection you once had starts to fade. If one partner is constantly bringing low vibrational energy into the relationship, it acts like an anchor, holding back both partners from experiencing true love and fulfillment. The weight of jealousy and envy in relationships. One of the most destructive low vibrational energies in relationships is jealousy. Jealousy is rooted in fear. Fear of being left behind, fear of not being enough, fear of being overshadowed by your partner's success. When one partner is jealous of the other's achievements, growth, or even happiness, it creates an invisible wall between them. It's impossible to feel genuine love, support, or connection when jealousy is present. Jealousy can also turn into envy, which is even more dangerous. Envy means that one partner not only wants what the other has, but also wishes for their failure. This can happen subtly at first, like when one partner diminishes the other's accomplishments or downplays their success. But over time, it grows. Instead of celebrating each other's victories, envy makes you feel threatened by them. What does this look like in a real relationship? Let's say one partner is achieving great things in their career, while the other feels stuck. Instead of being happy for their partner's success, they start to feel inadequate. Maybe they'll say things like, "It's not that big of a deal," or "You're working too much," in an attempt to downplay the achievements. Over time, this attitude can erode the love and trust in the relationship. The successful partner starts to feel unsupported, and the envious partner feels more and more insecure. How jealousy and envy affect manifestation. You may have heard the saying, "Where attention goes, energy flows." This couldn't be more true in relationships. If you're constantly focusing on jealousy or envy, that's where the energy in the relationship will flow. And guess what? It blocks manifestation. When one or both partners are vibrating on a low frequency, it's nearly impossible to manifest good things in life. Whether that's career success, financial stability, or even a happy and peaceful relationship. Manifestation requires alignment, intention, and clarity of purpose. But when one partner is secretly harboring feelings of envy or resentment, the energy becomes muddied. You can't manifest greatness when you're stuck in a pool of low vibrations. It's like trying to plant a garden in toxic soil. It doesn't matter how much water or sunlight you give it, nothing will grow. Here's something to think about. How often have you tried to manifest a better life, a healthier relationship, or even personal growth, only to find that things don't seem to be moving? Take a moment to reflect on the energy in your relationship. If your partner is bringing low vibrational energy, whether through jealousy, procrastination, or negativity, it could be blocking your ability to manifest the life you desire. Procrastination, the enemy of progress and success. Procrastination is often seen as a harmless habit, something we all do from time to time. But in relationships, procrastination is a form of low vibrational energy that can be incredibly destructive. When one partner constantly puts off important conversations, decisions, or actions, it halts progress in the relationship. Imagine you're trying to build something together, a business, a family, a life. Now imagine one partner is always dragging their feet, saying, "We'll talk about it later," or "I'll get to it eventually." This isn't just frustrating, it's a form of sabotage. Procrastination stops the flow of energy and progress in the relationship. It creates stagnation. And where there is stagnation, there's often resentment. Procrastination is often rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, or fear of change. But it's a form of laziness that can lead to the relationship's downfall. When one partner is always the one pushing for progress, while the other is holding back, it creates an imbalance. That imbalance eventually leads to frustration, resentment, and in many cases, the end of the relationship. Health problems linked to stress from low vibration relationships. We can't ignore the fact that low vibrations in a relationship can take a serious toll on your health. Stress, anxiety, and emotional tension often manifest in the body as physical symptoms. When you're constantly dealing with the negative energy of jealousy, envy, or procrastination, your body feels the effects. Let's talk about how this plays out in real life. Maybe you start feeling more tired than usual. You notice headaches, tension in your shoulders, or even digestive issues. Over time, these physical symptoms can worsen, leading to chronic conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, or even autoimmune disorders. All of this stems from the constant stress of being in a relationship that isn't aligned energetically. You might think that these issues are isolated, that your health problems are separate from your relationship issues. But the truth is, they're connected. When your relationship is filled with low vibrational energy, it creates a stress response in your body. That constant state of stress can weaken your immune system, disrupt your sleep, and make it difficult to function day to day. This is why it's so important to recognize the impact of low vibrations, not just on your emotional well-being, but on your physical health. It's not just about feeling unhappy in your relationship. It's about how that unhappiness is affecting every aspect of your life. The emotional and physical impact of low vibrations on intimacy. Let's talk about intimacy. When the vibration in a relationship is low, it doesn't just affect your emotional connection, it also affects your physical connection. Intimacy is one of the most important aspects of any relationship. And when there's a low vibrational energy present, intimacy suffers. When one or both partners are operating on a low frequency, whether it's from jealousy, procrastination, or resentment, physical affection can feel forced or absent altogether. Intimacy requires a deep level of trust, vulnerability, and openness. But when there's a wall of negative energy between partners, that closeness becomes impossible. Low vibrations lead to a decline in emotional and physical intimacy, which further damages the relationship. Physical touch, affection, and even sexual connection become strained. It's not uncommon for couples to experience a significant drop in intimacy when one partner is vibrating on a lower frequency. When you're not aligned energetically with your partner, it shows up in the bedroom. Physical touch becomes scarce, and the joy of being close to one another fades. Over time, this distance can create feelings of rejection, resentment, and loneliness. The sabotage of success. Why some partners hold you back. Now, let's get real about something that's hard to admit. Sometimes the person you love is the one holding you back. It's painful to realize that your partner might be sabotaging your success, either consciously or unconsciously. But it happens, and when it does, it can feel like you're stuck in quicksand. No matter how hard you try to move forward, your partner is pulling you down. Why does this happen? It often comes down to insecurity. When one partner sees the other growing, succeeding, and elevating, it can trigger feelings of inadequacy. Instead of dealing with those feelings head on, some people react by sabotaging their partner's success. They might start arguments at key moments, create unnecessary drama, or make you feel guilty for focusing on your goals. In some cases, the sabotage is more subtle. Maybe they stop supporting you the way they used to. They don't show up for you when it matters. Or worse, they actively discourage you from pursuing your dreams. These actions may seem small at first, but over time, they add up, creating a heavy emotional toll that can derail even the strongest individual. When a partner is threatened by your success, it's often because they fear being left behind. Instead of seeing your growth as something to celebrate, they view it as a sign that you may outgrow them. This fear triggers insecurity, and that insecurity can manifest in destructive ways: jealousy, withdrawal, and sabotage. But here's the thing: a relationship should be a partnership where both people lift each other up and celebrate each other's wins. When one person feels threatened by the other's success, it undermines the foundation of the relationship. Instead of walking side by side, you're walking on uneven ground. It's heartbreaking to realize that the person you love could be the one pulling you down. But it's crucial to recognize these behaviors for what they are: signs of low vibrational energy. Once you're aware of it, you can decide how to move forward. Do you confront the issue head on and work together to raise the vibration? Or do you realize that this person may not be able to support your growth and decide to walk away? The enemy sitting at your table, recognizing saboteurs in disguise. There's a powerful concept that we need to discuss when it comes to relationships operating on low vibrations, and that is the idea of the enemy sitting at your table. You've probably heard the saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. But what happens when the enemy you're keeping close is actually sitting right next to you, sharing your bed, your dreams, your life? It's a sobering thought, but one that we must face if we want to understand how low vibrations can destroy even the strongest connections. In some relationships, the person you believe is your biggest supporter may, in fact, be working against you, often without either of you even realizing it. This isn't about being paranoid or looking for betrayal where it doesn't exist. It's about acknowledging that when a partner's energy is filled with jealousy, envy, or resentment, they can unknowingly act as a saboteur to your growth and success. We all invite people to our table, our inner circle, the ones we trust to share our most intimate moments and dreams. But what happens when the person at your table, the one who is supposed to lift you, is actually working against you? The truth is, not everyone in your life is happy to see you win. And in relationships, this dynamic can be especially dangerous. Some partners, instead of being allies, become adversaries the moment they feel left behind or threatened by your progress. They may not voice their feelings openly, but their actions, whether it's through passive aggressiveness, lack of support, or even outright sabotage, show that they are not truly in your corner. This is where the concept of the enemy sitting at your table becomes so relevant in relationships. Identifying the enemy in disguise. Now, let's be clear. Calling someone an enemy in this context doesn't always mean they're intentionally malicious. Often, they're acting from their own wounds, insecurities, and fears. However, the impact on you is the same. Their low vibrational energy can bring you down, keep you stuck, and stop you from reaching your full potential. So how do you recognize when your partner might be this enemy sitting at your table? Here are some signs to watch for. Constant undermining. Instead of cheering you on, they consistently undermine your efforts or accomplishments. This could be through subtle digs, dismissive comments, or refusing to acknowledge your hard work. Sabotaging opportunities. They might create conflict or drama just when things are going well for you, or discourage you from taking risks or opportunities that could lead to growth or success. Emotional manipulation. Sometimes the enemy at your table uses guilt or emotional manipulation to keep you from focusing on your goals. They might say things like, "You're always too busy for me," or "You've changed," making you feel guilty for pursuing your dreams. Energy drain. When you're with them, instead of feeling inspired or motivated, you feel drained, anxious, or even fearful of outgrowing them. Why your enemy may not realize it. It's important to note that most partners who exhibit these behaviors don't set out with the intention to sabotage. Often, it's their own unhealed trauma, insecurities, or fear of being left behind that causes them to act in ways that undermine your success. They may not even realize that their behavior is harming the relationship. But regardless of intention, the impact on the relationship is profound. When you have an enemy at your table, someone who consciously or unconsciously doesn't want to see you succeed, it creates a toxic environment where growth is impossible. The energy of the relationship becomes more about managing insecurities than about building something beautiful together. It becomes a space of survival rather than one of thriving. How to address the issue. If you suspect that the enemy is sitting at your table, it's crucial to address the issue head on. This requires brutal honesty, not just with your partner, but with yourself. Ask yourself, am I allowing someone to sabotage my growth out of fear of being alone? Have I ignored red flags because I don't want to face the truth? Is my partner's energy lifting me up or holding me back? Once you've answered these questions, it's time to have an open and honest conversation with your partner. Share your feelings and observations and listen to their perspective as well. Sometimes shining a light on the issue can be the first step toward healing. However, if your partner continues to operate from a place of low vibration, whether it's through jealousy, procrastination, or sabotage, it might be time to reevaluate your relationship. You deserve to have people at your table who are invested in your success, your growth, and your happiness. If the person sitting at your table is holding you back, it's time to make some tough decisions. The consequences of ignoring low vibration energy. So, what happens when you ignore low vibration energy in your relationship? The consequences can be severe. Over time, the relationship begins to feel heavy, and you may start to dread spending time with your partner. You feel emotionally drained, physically exhausted, and mentally worn out. The relationship becomes a source of stress rather than a source of joy. And here's the kicker. When you stay in a low vibration relationship, it can affect every other area of your life. Your career may start to suffer because you're so focused on trying to manage the tension at home. Your health declines because of the constant stress. Your social life shrinks because you're too drained to spend time with friends. Low vibration energy isn't just an issue in the relationship. It spreads to every aspect of your life. That's why it's so important to address it head on before it spirals out of control. Raising your vibration, the key to a thriving relationship. The good news is that you can raise the vibration in your relationship, but it takes work. Both partners need to be willing to put in the effort to shift the energy from negative to positive. It's not about blaming each other for past mistakes. It's about committing to growth, healing, and change. Here's how you can start raising the vibration in your relationship. Self-awareness. The first step to raising your vibration is becoming aware of your own energy. Take a moment to reflect on how you're showing up in the relationship. Are you contributing to the low vibrational energy? Are you holding on to jealousy, resentment, or procrastination? Being honest with yourself is the key to shifting your energy. Open communication. Have a candid conversation with your partner about the energy in your relationship. Discuss how both of you can work together to create a more positive, high vibrational environment. This conversation might be uncomfortable, but it's necessary for growth. Release jealousy and envy. One of the most powerful ways to raise your vibration is to let go of jealousy and envy. Instead of comparing yourself to your partner, celebrate their achievements. Remember, their success doesn't diminish your worth. In fact, when one partner thrives, the relationship as a whole thrives. Set intentions together. Set goals and intentions as a couple. Whether it's financial goals, personal growth goals, or relationship goals, having a shared vision can help raise the vibration and bring you closer together. Take action against procrastination. Commit to stopping procrastination, both individually and as a couple. If there are important tasks you've been putting off, whether it's addressing issues in the relationship or working toward personal goals, start taking action today. Procrastination breeds stagnation, and stagnation keeps you stuck in a low vibrational space. Gratitude practice. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can embody. Start practicing gratitude daily, both individually and with your partner. Take time each day to express what you're grateful for in the relationship. This simple practice can shift the energy from negative to positive and strengthen your bond. Create healthy boundaries. Low vibrational relationships often lack clear boundaries. If you're feeling overwhelmed or drained by your partner's energy, it's important to set healthy boundaries. This doesn't mean shutting your partner out. It means creating space for yourself to recharge and protect your energy. The role of spiritual growth in raising vibration. Spiritual growth is a powerful tool for raising vibration, both individually and in a relationship. When both partners are committed to their spiritual journey, it creates a foundation of love, trust, and higher consciousness. This doesn't necessarily mean adopting the same spiritual practices, but it does mean being open to growth on a deeper soul level. Meditation, mindfulness, and spiritual practices like yoga or journaling can help raise your vibration and bring clarity to your relationship. When you're spiritually aligned, you're better able to navigate the challenges that arise in a relationship with grace and compassion. It's also important to note that some relationships may not survive this level of spiritual growth. If one partner is committed to raising their vibration while the other remains stuck in low vibrational energy, it may become clear that the relationship is no longer aligned. In these cases, it's okay to release the relationship with love, knowing that both people deserve to be in partnerships that uplift and support their growth. What happens when you choose high vibration? When both partners commit to raising their vibration, incredible things start to happen. The relationship becomes a source of joy, inspiration, and support. You celebrate each other's victories, grow together, and manifest a beautiful life as a team. You also become a magnet for positive experiences. High vibrational relationships attract abundance, success, and opportunities. You start to notice that things flow more easily in your life, whether it's career opportunities, financial abundance, or simply a deeper sense of peace and happiness. Raising your vibration doesn't mean that you'll never face challenges, but it does mean that you'll be better equipped to handle them. Instead of getting stuck in a cycle of negativity, you'll be able to rise above the challenges with love, understanding, and resilience. Conclusion: choose love, choose growth. At the end of the day, the success of a relationship depends on the energy both partners bring to the table. If the vibration is low, love cannot thrive. But when both partners commit to raising their vibration, letting go of jealousy, procrastination, and negativity, love can flourish in ways you never imagined. If you're in a relationship where the vibration feels low, it's time to take action. Have the difficult conversations. Be honest with yourself and your partner. And most importantly, commit to growth. Remember, love has no bearing if the vibration is low, but when you raise the vibration, the possibilities are endless. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Life Points with Ronda. I truly appreciate you taking the time to listen and reflect on the important topic we discussed today. Remember, the journey to finding the right partner is unique to each of us, and I'm grateful that you're here, taking those steps alongside me. If you found value in this episode, please share it with someone who might benefit from it. Your support means the world to me, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you. Until next time, take care of yourself and your relationships. Thank you for being part of the Life Points community. Thanks for joining me on Life Points with Ronda. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more relationship tips and life advice. Looking for more in-depth conversations and exclusive content? Visit my website at lifepointswithronda.com. Discover insightful podcasts, blog posts, and resources that will help you build stronger relationships and improve your daily life. Join our community on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for daily inspiration and updates. And remember, Every relationship starts with you. Let's make life better together.